Yeah, so people telling me I'm not taking the advice of this legal Latino heat. Well, I'm going to leave a link to his advice in the description. He claimed to not know who Royce Lopez was. Claimed that Royce was going to be putting another baby inside Eliana, because, you know, that's what Latinos do. They breed like rabbits, he said. You know, look, he's a liar. He knows who Royce is, and the whole show was dedicated to trying to get me not to prosecute Royce Lopez. Okay? Now, I have, and I'm going to say this to Eliana, okay? Somebody instant messaged me on Instagram, claimed to be your boyfriend, okay? Somebody named Geraldo, or not Geraldo, it would be Geraldo, like Geraldo Rivera, but it was Geraldo Perez, who I did think was your boyfriend, because honestly, it was the first time somebody contacted me that didn't try and threaten to kill me 7 times in a paragraph, okay? It wasn't your boyfriend. It was them trying to get me to drop charges, or not drop, because I haven't pressed charges yet, because I don't have a physical address yet. I really need to get a physical address. But the fact is, they tried convincing me that you're the daughter of a crime lord, and that you're not allowed out of the house, and that you don't have a sister. Now, you know as well as I know you have a sister, and I'll leave it at that. I know more than a sister. And I know more, I know your family members' names and everything else, because I did plan on being with you, and I realized, hey, if I'm going to be with this chick, I'm going to have to find a way to somehow discuss the weirdness of the relationship going on. And I never thought it would be okay. To be honest, I never thought it would be okay. Number one, I'm white. That's a big thing there. Me being white would have been a pretty big issue. Also, my age would have been a big issue, but it was not a big issue to Eliana. My age was not a big issue according to Eliana. It might be now, and like I said, she could change her mind. But the point is, this guy lied about knowing who Royce was, lied about a lot of things. Now, I did notice Eliana has adjusted some things on her channel. And that's a terrible thing, and this has to be because she's being flooded by trolls as a side effect of this. But what Eliana needs to know is these people have been contacting me personally in my inbox on my email and in my inbox on Instagram. And what they've said in Instagram and Facebook, I'm not Facebook, and Gmail. I'm a little bit tired because I just woke up, but people are telling me I'm not taking Legal Latino Heat's advice. Yeah, because Legal Latino Heat is trying to interfere with me and Eliana, okay? The only people that should be interfering with me and Eliana are me and Eliana, okay? That's that. That's the truth. So if you're not me or you're not Eliana, don't give me any goddamn advice about Eliana. I know about Eliana, okay? But the thing is, they're claiming to be her boyfriend and that everything's affecting their job. Now, I also have an email. I fully reasonably responded, okay? And honestly, I was concerned that maybe Eliana wasn't mentally well at the time. And to be honest, at this point, if she's talking to Royce over me, she probably isn't mentally well. And honestly, Eliana, I don't hold any grudges against you. You know I care about you no matter what, okay? Even if you go crazy on me and hurt me in some way by doing whatever you might be planning on doing with these idiots, I still care about you and I still love you, okay? You know that. There's nothing you can do to make me not like you, okay? I think you're being a little ridiculous talking to these idiots, but I also think that, you know, whatever. I bring it on myself for trying to be with a girl as young as you are, okay? And that's that. But the fact of the matter is, these people have been trying to mislead me. They've been trying to do good cop, bad cop. Legal Latino Heat worked a little better because he wasn't as easily traced to the ROTC people. But the fact is, he's a liar. He's a scumbag. He's a scumbag for lying to me like that. He's a scumbag for wasting that much of my time on a program. And I'm going to leave a link to the program in the description. He's a scumbag for wasting that much of my time on a program dedicated to having me not have Royce prosecuted. Now, why would he be this worried about me having Royce prosecuted? Why are they so worried? Why are they so worried about me having Royce doxxed and getting Royce's physical address and me basically sending them up Schitt's Creek without a paddle for the crap they've done to me? The death threats I've received as a result of them funneling trolls to my channel after telling these trolls I'm some kind of maniac and I'm dangerous. I'm not dangerous. I am not, at least not to Eliana. Let me make this very clear. There is nothing about me that poses any threat to Eliana. Period. Okay? Yeah, unfortunately, because of all this trolling and everything, yeah, I might have caused her a little bit of mental and emotional anguish. I'm sorry, Eliana. Yeah, because I persisted in being with her, I might have caused her a little bit of mental or emotional anguish. She played a role in that too. She played a role in that too by not clarifying things. And unfortunately, I don't have more proof of that, but, she didn't clarify things. It's on both of us. It's not just on me, it's on both of us. But honestly, I take the blame because I'm older, I take the blame because I care about her, and I take the blame because she does have certain issues that people are claiming she doesn't have. And the issues that Royce says that she doesn't have, yeah. Look, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. But regardless of whatever issues Eliana has, I still care about her. I still love her. That's the truth. No matter what, I still care about her, and I still love her. As I said, Eliana, what you got to think about, these guys, they don't love Eliana. They love Eliana's hotness. If anything really happened to you that disfigured you in some way or something like that, who do you think would be with you? Royce or me? Now, Royce is allegedly married, but think about it. Any of these fat idiots, do you think they're going to be with you? No, they're going to leave you for some stripper from Nevada or something. They're not going to stick with you. If something happened to you that made you not as pretty as you are now, I'd be with you. Okay? That's the truth. If something happened to you that did something to you that made you not look as nice as you do now, like, I don't know, like I said, a disfiguring car accident or something, I'd be the one that would be there with you. They wouldn't. Okay? When I thought something bad was happening to you, and you can check my Instagram, I got a flight credit, but I still have to use it to only go to Buenos Aires, but I didn't know what was going on, so I decided to get a plane ticket to go down there, and, I didn't know what to do, except I knew you weren't talking to me, I knew you told me you didn't have a baby and you weren't single, and I couldn't figure out why somebody was threatening to murder me. Okay? So I said, I need to get a plane ticket to find out what's going on in this girl's life. Unfortunately for me, I got screwed. I got screwed with this, everything that's happening around me. And it took me a while to save up enough money to get that ticket. Well, actually, not really. It took me I figured out how to get the ticket with less money, but then COVID happened. Okay? So I couldn't get down because Argentina locked everything down. And I just had to hope for the best, which made me crazier and crazier and crazier thinking the worst, okay? But you think these people would even bother thinking the worst? No. They'd just go to another chick. So, Eliana, if you really... Look, I'm old, but they're the same age as me. I also look a lot better than them for my age. Okay? That's the truth. And the thing is, you do know me, and you know I would never purposely do anything to hurt you. I may have done a lot to cause you a little bit of mental anguish and emotional anguish, and I really am sorry about that. And this nonsense is probably causing you mental and emotional anguish. But they're putting fuel on this fire, okay? And you're putting fuel on this fire by refusing to talk to me, but talking to them. And it's not that I'm doing this on purpose. Like, I took down those baby pictures because that was wrong of me. I didn't do it. I did not do it out of anger, but I did it while I was angry. And then what I started thinking about is, look, I don't want to do anything that involves this kid because this girl, she doesn't deserve that, and neither does the other girl, the little girl in the picture. She deserves, to be... It scared me. I'm like, I don't know who's looking at this crap, and I better take it down. Because there are a lot of frickin' perverts that are affiliated with these people, these trolls. There's a lot of them that are sick perverts, like the guy that claims to be stalking your profile, but he's not because he's a sick pervert, but not a dangerous one like me, the guy pursuing a reasonable relationship with you. Okay? I don't know what to think with you anymore, Eliana, but if you really did allege that I fabricated those screenshots, you're crazy. You are crazy. And anybody can go to my Instagram and look at those screenshots. Number one, if I fabricated them, they'd look better than that. That's a number one. Number two, one of them, you can actually see that I'm flirting with two girls at once. I'm flirting with Eliana in one screen and another chick in another. Okay? And unfortunately, I forgot to crop it. But the facts are the facts. Yeah, I used to talk to a lot of girls online. Okay? But the only one I fell in love with was Eliana. That's the truth. And there's a reason I fell in love with Eliana. And I wish she would, use her noggin. Noggin means cabeza. And she'd think, and she'd actually think and go, you know what? James really does love me. James really does want to be with me. Now, whether or not you, Eliana, whether or not you want to be with me, that's your choice. I'm not forcing you to be with me. I'm just persistent because I think you're very much worth my time, and I think these people are putting their noses where they don't belong, and probably putting other things where they don't belong. But, look at me and look at him. Who do you think tastes better? I'm serious. Who do you think tastes better? Look, he just looks like he tastes bad. I mean, I'm just saying. But I do care deeply for you, Eliana. And you know that. And I'm sorry about everything. I really am. Everything that I did wrong, I'm sorry about. And if you want to talk to me and we can talk about this in private, and it doesn't have to be, you can have all the support you need as long as it's family. I'm not dealing with these idiots. But yeah, I'm not watching that show today. I just woke up in the middle of sleeping and I'm looking at my crap because I'm in there taking a piss and reading my phone and I'm like, the hell is this crap? And I'm like, this deserves a video. This deserves another video where I profess my love to the woman I fell in love with. Now, do I love her now? I probably do, but I would really appreciate her professing something back, like at least the fact that she acknowledges I exist. So, Eliana, acknowledge I exist, please. Look, whatever you do with them today or tomorrow or the next day or whatever, if you're doing this for attention, this is the new Eliana. Maybe I don't love you as much as I thought I did. Or maybe you're a different girl and I don't love the new girl that you've become. But the truth is truth. I do love the Eliana I fell in love with. And I really want her back. But if I can't have her back, no, I'm not going to fall in love with anybody that would treat me like this. Okay? If you're really choosing to treat me like this, no, I can't love you anymore. You're very bad for my health if this is how you're going to treat me. But at one time you were extremely good for my health. When I used to talk to you, I would get very deeply relaxed. It was amazing. I never experienced the feelings I felt with you. And by that I mean literal, total relaxation. I was calm. I was happy. I never had anyone in my life as supportive and as kind as you. And that's why I fell in love with you. But if you'd rather be with somebody that just is talking the way they're talking about your body publicly like that, that's on you. The reason I love you is pure. The reason I love you is because, honestly, you were worth my love. I know you were worth my love at one time. And I think that you really do care about me if you really take time to think about it. So take time to think about it, honey. Look, you're definitely worth my time. And I'm definitely, well, I am worth your time. You know I'm worth your time. If for no other reason, simply because I am a very good friend of yours, simply because I am willing to do things for you, that these fat idiots, look, take this into consideration. Now, my heart is doing much better now, thanks to my health getting back in check and things like that. But I had a heart condition that when I was having these tachycardic episodes, I could barely stand up. That didn't stop me from getting a ticket, a plane ticket, and saying, you know what, she needs my help. She needs my help. Whether I go into cardiac arrest or not, this girl needs my help. I'm damn sure of it because the situation is getting stranger and stranger. Didn't stop me from getting a plane ticket Didn't stop me from planning on going to a country where if I went into cardiac arrest, they have terrible ambulance services. I've already looked into that. And I didn't get to go to the country, but you have to understand, it didn't stop me because I thought you needed me. Okay, maybe you didn't need me. But the fact is, I was willing to literally put just going to Argentina to figure out what the hell's going on here. That's a real big risk to my life. Going down there with a medical condition that to this day, nobody knows what's causing it. To this day, they don't know what's causing it. Now, it's getting better and better and better, and I'll be honest, it's probably getting better and better and better because, honestly, I know more about the situation, and I know you're not, I don't know, tied up in somebody's basement or something. However, if you see Royce, I don't know how that'll end. He looks pretty creepy, I'm just saying. They want to say I look pretty creepy. They want to say I look like a serial killer. I don't think they said I look like a serial killer. They want to say I look like a stalker. They want to say this. Look at the look on that guy's face, man. Seriously, Eliana, look at Royce. Does he look mentally well? Does he look healthy? Or does he look like a 40-something-year-old that can't control his horny level, as I said earlier? He can't control himself. You're too beautiful for him. They want to start screwing with me? Look, at least I know I can control myself around you. At least I know my attraction to you is based on who you are as a person, or at least who you project it to me as you were as a person, and not just because, oh, she looks good. Oh, she looks good. No. Although, honestly, if you remember when I first saw you, what did I say? You're perfect. And you are perfect. Or at least you were perfect. When I saw you, I thought you were perfect in every way. I did seriously consider, they want to laugh at me for saying you're perfect for breeding purposes. Now, you know as well as I do, we both understand the concepts of eugenics and animal husbandry. You and I both know what we're about. Now, you might have changed your views a little bit after you went super duper Catholic, but you know what you're about, or what you were about, and you know what I'm about. And you know that we could do very well together with our combined intelligences. You think these guys are smart? You think they're going to hold an intelligent conversation with you for more than like 2 seconds? We could do very well together, Eliana. However you want to do it, we could do very well. And if you don't want to do it at all, we don't have to do it at all. And I've always said that too. I'm not forcing myself on you. If you don't want to be doing anything physical with me, there's nothing making me do anything physical. You think these people have the restraint to control themselves and not start touching you in places you don't want to be touched? These people are straight up pervs. I can control myself. You know how you know I can control myself? I was in a 17-year relationship, okay, with the same woman, okay? That's how you know I can control myself. I never cheated on her. There were times that might have been a little questionable, but the most I did with her, and I've had friends validate this, the most I did with her is I emotionally cheated on her with you. Okay, some of my female friends, I have a considerable amount of female friends in real life, and guess what? I've never done anything. I never groped them or anything like that. But yeah, I'm asking them why is my ex so mad at me? And a couple of my female friends, they explained that I emotionally cheated on her with you. Okay? That's the worst I did. Okay? That's the worst I did. And that was after like 15 years. And that was only because I fell absolutely madly in love with you, because you are who you, or at least you were who you were. I don't know if you're still that girl. But, you really melted, and to put it in lack of a better way, you melted my heart. Before I met you, I was the most cynical, nihilistic person you'd ever meet. Okay? You opened me up. You opened my mind up to being more understanding of other people. You opened my mind up to be more not as critical of the world. Okay? To put it in another way, as I said, you actually helped me smile. I've rarely ever smiled in my life. I don't think I ever had an honest smile before I started talking to you. Okay? You really, look, I haven't had the greatest life. And they want to make fun of me saying my life is comically tragic and all this stuff. Look, my life sucked, okay? But you really, for the brief amount of time we shared with each other, you really made me feel great. Okay? And that's something, even when I had a lot of money. I had a lot of money at one time. Unfortunately, it didn't last very long as I helped my family out. But even when I had a lot of money, that didn't make me happy. Money won't make you happy if you don't have the right people in your life. Okay? And that's the truth. I know that for a fact. But money can do a lot of things. Money can do a lot of things that can enhance happiness, but it cannot make you happy. I know that for the facts. Facts are facts. I had a ton of money at one time. Okay, and unfortunately I used it to help out my brother and my mother. But the truth is, Eliana, I adore you. I love you. That's the truth. And if you really think about it, you will see that I love you. You were basically a life-changing experience in my life. You have to understand that. That's the truth. And however you choose to treat me in the present or in the near future, that's your choice. It's not going to make me angry at you. To be honest, if you burn me, I kind of deserve it for trusting somebody. And then I'll just go back to realizing old James, miserable James, nihilistic James, he was right about everything. And he should have never flown too close to the rays of Inti, because the rays of Inti hath destroyed him. And the thing about that is, none of these idiots are going to even know who Inti is. I really like you, kiddo. So please, take into consideration the totality of this video. Take into consideration the totality of all my videos. Take into consideration the totality of every interaction we've ever had, although I don't know if this counts as an interaction. But take into consideration that I genuinely love you, and these guys are just... Look, they're human garbage. They are literal human garbage. But if these are the kind of people you want to play with now, like I said, nihilistic James, he was right about everything. Nihilistic James should never started talking to Eliana, because Eliana really set nihilistic James up for a big failure. Okay? But I could be wrong. You could still be like the best thing that ever happened to me. You were at one time. At one time you were the best thing that ever happened to me, and then it turned into the worst thing that ever happened to me. And now it's starting to be kind of evening out, but, maybe you can come back to being the best thing that ever happened to me. That's all. I do love you. I do love you. I want you to consider everything I'm saying here, and consider how fat and disgusting these people are. Consider that. And as I said, just do the visual taste test. Who do you think tastes better? Think about it. If I started kissing you, you're part French. Now, if we started kissing in a French kind of manner, which one of you do you think is more likely to make you vomit? Me or him? Come on. I think we both know the answer to that. I love you.